Hi travelers, and welcome to August 2018. This is going to be a quick open reading for website members. All of the videos are posted. I was a little slow on the uptake, but I finally got them all posted, so they are ready, both the romance and the general readings. For those of you who may want to come over and get 24-hour access, the galleries are ready. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to do a quick open reading here, general, so the messages will not resonate with everybody. And we're going to be using the Prisma Visions deck. Okay, haven't used this deck in a while. So we're just going to lay the cards. I might clarify here with the La Vida Sibilas. I may not. It just depends on how the cards fall, but I will definitely wrap it up with a Heart Oracle Tarot reading. Okay. Alright, here we go. 9 cards down. Welcome new subscribers. Thank you. Welcome new website members who have come over and joined. I want to thank you so much. 2 of Cups. And the Sun. And the Page of Cups. Well, that's interesting. I will show you these in a moment, okay? 3 of Pentacles. The 2 of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Four of Pentacles. And the 7 of Cups. Oh, isn't that odd? It's cups and coins with 1 swords and 1 major arcana card. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. 1, 2, 3 pentacles, and right in the center is the 2 of Swords. And there, my friends, is the Magician. But do you see what he's doing? He's playing with someone in his hands. Huh? I don't know if he's playing. It's like a doll. He's playing. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that figure there? He's playing around with. Maybe he's animating it. I don't know. Now, I don't know if this is telling me that there's a couple. And they're working on something together. See, but there's only one person who's actually doing the building, right? But we know that 3s are the start of something. 2 things coming together to make a 3rd thing. But yet we see one person working. Here is the 5 of Cups. Somebody who is tossing away 3 cups, just chucking them overboard. But look, there on the bluff, there's still 2 cups left. It goes back to that. This is in our past position. Present, future, past, present, future. I feel that something has been illuminated either about this couple or surrounding this couple. But whatever the thing is, it became so I don't want to say heated. It has been brought to so much light that things start to distort themselves. And just start to melt. Everything starts to melt into one thing. And there's that page of chalices. Now, normally when I see this card, what I sometimes pick up on this card is it's about the hopes, wishes, and dreams that you're sending out to the universe. But to me, this really is reading like some kind of message that really, like somebody was blowing smoke up your ass. I don't know. I don't know why that's coming out like that, because it's not something I normally get. But it's like, okay, whatever. It's fairy dust, and that is the illumination of it. Whatever it was, it just okay, kind of flittered off, because it really wasn't. It's wishful thinking. Yeah. This Three of Pentacles speaks about the solitude of being alone and working on or building your own whatever this thing is. Okay. It is this Two of Swords in the center that's rather strange. It's the only snow-covered scape. And what we see is somebody who they're sitting on a stump with, a blindfold on, out in the middle of the snow, and they're swinging their swords at a butterfly. Something's trying to transform itself, even if you don't see what that is. And then I have this Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be an earth sign female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it could also be the idea of being grounded in a situation, being good with money, being a good advisor, being a solid business person, being a tactile, more hands-on kind of an individual. It represents some type of growth and abundance here. But this Four of Pentacles is kind of what is, because this person looks all miserly, like they're just hanging on to something. They're not, look, they're sitting in a grove with all of this fruit abundance around them, but they're hanging on to something they could easily pluck down and perhaps partake of, sell, share, but they're holding on to everything that they've got. And what's so interesting is, see, that's what I love about these cards. They make a story when you put them together. There's somebody who's actually working on something, and there's just somebody sitting there just kind of waiting around for the harvest to come in, or waiting around for the work to be done. It's kind of a weird energy. Definitely these Three Pentacles are connected to each other. And then we have this Seven of Cups. How do I get exactly what I want? I have so many different choices to choose from. And I think one of these things is a temptation. And the reason why I say that, there's only one thing coming out of those cups, and there's a serpent there. Now, in some cultures, serpents speak about evil and never-do-well and trickery and deception. And in some, it is an animal of great wisdom and very well respected because it speaks to a renewal. Snakes shed their skins. Once they outgrow one persona or one body, they shed it and move on to something else. So it depends, I guess, on how you choose to look at that particular snake. But to me, it kind of reads like the temptation. And that would fit in I'm going to try to show you how it fits. It may not make any sense, but it would fit with both interpretations. The temptation itself can be something that really isn't that good for you, okay? But then on the other side, the temptation of to just shed whatever that is and keep moving on, That's a temptation too. So what do you do? Right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read. First, let me see. I don't even know. I got so much stuff going on. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Hold on. Let me see if I can find my device so that we can look at some of these cards as they relate to this one. The sun always illuminates things for you. And this could be the idea that even what is being illuminated for you, maybe you're not sure if somebody's telling you the truth about it, or if maybe you don't want to see the truth. Huh? So let's take a look at this. Okay. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, trying to get all my stuff together. Excuse me. The pollen count is super high. I don't want to be there, so let me delete that. And let me see if I have what I have. The two twos. Two twos speak to the need to make a choice in harmonious communication. Maybe this could be some message or news coming in that just, you like, what in the hell does that mean? What am I supposed to even do with that? What? I know I got options. What are you trying to convey to me? And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the way this Queen of Pentacles is sitting. She's sitting just like, hey, you know, in her own energy. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like I said, it's not necessarily a earth sign female. This could be simply the energy of where you are right now. So the two twos, harmonious changes in a need to make a choice, communication, and that's what the twos, I don't have enough information to make that choice, you're saying to yourself. So I'm either just going to sit on the fence and not do anything, or I can embrace whatever these 7 cups are, focus on the one thing that I need to, not be tempted by that other shit, and just do whatever it is I need to do. Okay? That's how you can look at that, if you so choose. Now, what I'm going to look at, those are the only 2 double numbers, dual numbers. And if this is about, obviously it's about some kind of partnership, whether this is romantic or business or otherwise. If you yourself are being represented as this Queen of Pentacles, if this is about you and the energy that you are in, you are a queen, and whatever that is a page. And that's going off in a completely different direction. Right? Okay, so let's get to the 2 of Cups. The only thing I can, look at is this Major Arcana card here. Next to the Sun, it tells of a great love and shared understanding. 2 people, a couple, will enjoy many blessings together. It tells of a great love and a deep understanding that is shared and enjoyed. It also tells of many blessings to come. Okay. But what is this page trying to tell us? And that's the question. And I can't look at these 2 court cards because they're 2 court cards. So this could be a mom and a kid. Maybe you're responsible for all the stuff that your kid's doing. Your kid's like, telling you all of its, sending out all of its wishes. I don't know. Maybe this is you working really, really hard to do whatever it is you need to take. Maybe you're the only one working, but there's some clarity or something that's not clear for you here. There's some kind of choice that needs to be made, or some kind of conversation that should be had. Maybe the conversation has already occurred and you're just like, okay, whatever, I don't even know what that's about. Let me go on over here and do X, Y, and Z. So let's just take a look. Maintaining your own pentacle. And that's not necessarily your finances. This could just be your own self-worth. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense in terms of what I'm saying, because I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, just I'm trying to get it all out. Okay, let's see if we get the Three of Pentacles next to the Sun. Brings a message that your innate talents will come to the fore and you will have success and personal fulfillment. You have a right to feel secure on your path and are asked to maintain faith in yourself and stay positive. That's why I say it's like somebody said something to you. You just like, where in the hell did that come from? And you just put a screeching halt on that. Okay, whatever. Does that make any sense? Because we see this figure throwing these cups over the side. Okay, not crying over them. Maybe this is somebody reaching out for something that they accidentally dropped. But to me, the energy feels more like you just tossed them over the... Okay, that's enough of that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at this Two of Swords here. This is quite not perplexing. And then I'm going to read the meanings of the cards, and I don't even know if the meanings are going to make any difference or any sense, if that's saying anything, right? Next to the Sun, Two of Swords is telling you to keep faith and hope alive, as changes are happening behind the scenes that will see you back in action in quick time. It is a sign that your life is about to become very busy and active, as choices will be made that ushers in fresh energies and enthusiasm. And that's why I kind of get the feeling like you just chucking stuff, just getting rid of it, you know. That's really the feeling that is coming across this. Now it says with pentacles on either side, and here we got 4 pentacles. It is an indication, hold on. It is an indication that financial issues will improve dramatically. It may also indicate that you are valued and appreciated by others. To twos tell of a commitment and or an engagement. I don't know. We're going to look at this. 5 of Chalices, 5 of Cups. Now, I'm just reading to you about the placement, because these cards, you know, every deck's they speak a different language. And I always try to give my intuitive reading first, because sometimes the meanings of the cards as I read them kind of don't make sense at first. It may after the fact. I don't know. You know, everybody gets out what they get out. The Judgment, the Star, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Wands, the Judgment, and the Star. Nothing about the 5 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. This card can sometimes represent a lost and lonely person, or I don't know. We're going to look at that. What am I looking at? 4 of Pentacles. Sometimes cards that energy comes off that it might be negative could be positive, and sometimes some positive cards have negative. You know, it's the way it works. Well. Okay. It's not next to the moon, but here's the moon influencing this. So let's read this. Appearing next to the moon, it is an indication that there may be deceptive undercurrents and hidden things that you are not aware of at this time. Investigate any propositions thoroughly prior to committing to anything. Check all details and ensure you feel 100% positive before commencing. It indicates that there are many undercurrents within a situation, and you are to investigate all offers and propositions. Do not sign any legal and or binding documents until all is clear and upfront. Remember I said it just felt like somebody's blowing smoke up your butt? That's really what that feels like. It's just the energy coming out. I bet you the card don't even mean that. But that's just what it feels like, you know? And I have to go based upon what it feels like to me. I don't necessarily, people are like, you read cards. Yeah, I do, but I'm reading energy, not cards. I give you that solid interpretation, but as I say, anybody who gets a reading from me knows that nothing is set in stone, and I have to go off based off the energy that is coming off the card. Okay, don't know. So let's go to the book, and I'm going to read you the meanings. Okay, now let's see. I need to find the cups. Cups are always in a weird place. By mixing freely with others, with each other, sharing ourselves without reservation, we allow people to see our true nature. Let your inner beauty course out, inspiring others to do the same. Be welcoming, receptive, and genuinely grateful for others' presence in your life. They will meld and merge with your aura to create something vivacious and free. And that's what that card's telling you. But I don't know. The sun. This is a reminder that life is wonderful and precious. Its radiant beams will light up even the darkest aspects of your existence, and you do not need to be afraid or doubtful for your future. Its warmth will wrap around your being and enliven it. If it is not readily apparent, be calm and search deeper. It is sure to reveal itself in due time. If you are lucky enough to bask in the greatness of the sun, share it with those you love. It will bring them joy and reassurance as they themselves tread through shadow. Okay, that's all well and good, but sometimes you can't be messing around with other people. You know what I'm saying? They need to be responsible for their own sunlight. That's what I'm saying. It's this 2, and I'm going to look at that. Page of Cups. Something as simple and pure as a bowl of water can initiate a journey of the heart. Don't hoard your emotions for fear of exhausting them. Take what little you have and give freely. You will find that whatever you expend will be returned to you in some grander, more compelling form. Surround yourself with light and love and embark. Well, you know, that may be so, but these are 2 solitary people on the cards. And way back over here, there's this couple, these 2 people. Three of Pentacles. After the early stages of a project, there is a surge of pleasure in realizing you've achieved some tangible level of competency. Take pride in your work. Be meticulous and patient, giving credit to the noble endeavor you've chosen to undertake. Likewise, as each brick supports its brother, it is a good time to interlock your plans with other visions. Let other people's input influence your own. This is a great time to build stability and trust. But see, what this says is, a mason lays his bricks expertly, eyes closed in concentration, developing a simple rhythm. He has already built up a considerable portion of the wall, and he has a long way to go before it's done. But he doesn't balk from the involved repetitive labor before him, trusting his skill to see him through to the end. Contented, undaunted, he happily continues on in his task. But he's doing it by himself. He's not doing it with anybody else. 2 of Swords here. Let's see these 2 of Swords cards. Where are the swords? Oh, what? Swords. There we go. Departing from the cold clarity of the Ace. The 2 of Swords is a warning against delusion and false reality. No matter how guarded you are, if you are blind to the situation at hand, you will miscalculate and blunder. Don't flinch from the truth. as it is often less dire than the many insidious realities your mind conjures up in the darkness. Do not let needless fears disturb you. Find the balance. Remember, that's what I was saying. It's just something that maybe you're supposed to just do whatever it is you're supposed to do all by yourself, instead of trying to figure out what that's all about. This maybe, okay? Perhaps once I pull these Sibilas, it will give us a bit more clarity. Here is the Queen. This is a wonderful embodiment of natural goodness. She is the earthbound answer to the Empress, hale and warm and ready to provide a safe haven. If you see her crop up in a reading, you are a powerful force for creation. You are grounded in reality, exuding a subtle, masterful strength that can be channeled into any endeavor. Be prepared for everything you touch to blossom under your hand. And that may be about why you maybe need to chuck them cups. Okay? That may be why you need to chuck those cups. Letting go of familiar trappings can be a wrenching experience, but sometimes decisive divestment is the only way to move forward. Rather than swirling in an endless world of uncertainty, it's better to shed what you know and make room for fresher, more positive energy to enter your life. Pain is an ephemeral indicator of growth. Have the courage to dictate new chapters of your life, because literally you can write your own story. Now let's look at this Four of Pentacles. He's just looking all kind of shady there, and I don't know why he's looking that way. It says there is an air of meanness about this man, a tendency to be petulant or stingy, but he doesn't care. He has long ago forsaken the company of others in favor of material trappings. So here we go. That's the background on the card. Here's the meaning. These are some of the few pentacles in the suit that do not glimmer. Yep, they not shining. Look how hers is all sparkly. Can you see the sparkles all around that? Okay, well, his is not sparkly. They're dull and kind of tarnished. By hoarding his abundance, refusing to share or invest, the miser's wealth has become stagnant and self-diminished. Blind to his spiritual penury, he believes he has succeeded in his ventures. Take a lesson from this unhappy man. A dependence on the status quo will only leave you unprepared when change inevitably shakes you. Relinquish your grip and let yourself go. Well, you gotta be chucking whatever that is. I'm telling you, you need to chuck whatever that is. We're gonna look at that. Seven of Cups, and then I'm gonna read you this Moon card. This Moon is interesting. Now remember, sevens are a moment of pause and reflection. What do I really want? And if I really want it, am I going to allow distractions to come in and prevent me from, or am I going to focus on the one thing that I want the most so that I can get that and then move on to the next thing? You know, somebody tossing shiny stuff in front of you. All right, Seven of Cups. The seven warns of overindulgence, abusing sensual pleasures, not for their own sake, but to distract us from a more pressing matter. By allowing ourselves to be deceived, we deaden ourselves to our problems. It is a way to seclude ourselves from a harsh, embattled world. But dwelling too long in fantasy will leave us vulnerable to very real issues that will not go away if we ignore them. Let me read you the background. Seven chalices lie on the banks, each offering up some enticing temptation. A thick fog stalks between the branches and billows out over the ground. Deceptively clear against the lurid mist, a spectral snake weaves out of the centermost chalice, softly offering anything the heart may desire. But his transparency belies the inherent falseness of his appeal. without substance. He is merely a tempting illusion aimed at disarming a discriminating mind. So I'm saying, it's like somebody's offering you something, but what they're doing is blowing smoke up your butt. Now, I don't know why that is. Okay? It's going to be up to you to figure that out. Here's the magician. Is bold with his decisive power. He is self-determined and self-confident and possesses a vision he truly believes should be realized. He is passionate, creative, and above all, deeply connected to his surroundings, to his vision, to his life. When you receive this card, expect to receive a bolt of energy. What you are doing is worthwhile, and you have the means within you to accomplish it. This is not a time for doubt, but for action. Now, about that figure. It says, a giant of a man stands and manipulates a figure between his fingers. His translucent silhouette, an enormous moon ruling the background, suggests the realm of the inner landscape. But his uncompromising presence dispels the mystery and replaces it with sheer force of will. He has mastered his subconscious, and as a result, the material world around him. So basically, that could be the idea of you mastering whatever your fears are. Okay? This could be the idea that you're allowing your fears to become bigger than the truth or the reality of it. Either way, I still say somebody trying to blow smoke up your butt. And I'm going to look at that page of chalices. I'm going to look at that 2 of swords. And I'm going to look at this 5. This whole row right here. Just don't sit right. So this, I think this is just being someone either distracting you by something they're telling you, by something they're offering you, but it's a distraction. As if they themselves are working on something. I don't know. Page of Cups. Well, there's that shady domestico. There's that there's that scoundrel. Okay. Yes, he helps. Okay, that's his job. He's a servant. He's a domestic. He wants to help, but he's also a collaborator, right? Well, collaborators can turn on you, huh? As long as everything's going fine and the way that, you know, and they're getting the benefit out of it, they'll aid you. But the moment shit goes bad, boom, they'll turn on you. Amore, melancholia. I don't know. I think this is telling you that the illumination, something that either someone has offered you or something that they've told you, it's suspect and rather shady. That's why I keep saying this really feels literally like somebody's blowing smoke up your butt. Let's look at this 2 of Swords. And I don't know if you're sure about that yet. Maybe you're trying to make the determination, or, you know, if really what you're seeing or what you're sensing or what you're feeling. You see, because the guy in the 2 of Swords is sitting on this stump, but he's swinging these knives at this butterfly. So obviously he's aware that something's around him, right? So is he swinging those to protect himself, or is he swinging those? But bottom line, he's swinging in the blind, and he refuses to take the blinders off to see what it is. It's a harmless butterfly. But butterflies bring about transformations and Gran Signore, Donna del Servizio, and the Prigione. I think this person is all fluff and no substance. I'm the big man about town. You know, yes, I can help you do X, Y, and Z, but then he's constrained and he's limited. So again, there's something about the situation that hasn't come to light for you yet. I would suggest that it's best that you hold on, you ground yourself, and just remain focused. Don't get distracted. even by what they offer you. And maybe what they offer you is just that, it's a temptation, and you might be tempted to take it. But the card here says that you can do this all on your own. You know, don't lose faith and hope. And whatever dire circumstances or consequences or trials and tribulations that you're finding yourself in now are temporary. And that maybe accepting, you know, sometimes it's difficult to accept help, but then help can sometimes be at a cost, right? Five of Cups, the precious presence, a gift not unselfish. The Mercante, the Three of Wands, negotiations, sales, and contracts. And the Sospiri, the sighing, the longing, the waiting. And really, to me, this is the idea that maybe the person themselves are waiting on some news or some message, but the bottom line to me is that if the person has offered you some help, or maybe you've been considering going to that person for help, they're going to blow smoke up your butt for whatever reason. And in a sense, what you're doing is you're you know, just toss your cups and whatever. You know, don't put any stock in what the person is saying or offering to you. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Now would not be the right time, because it's I do sense in some way that there's going to be something hidden in it, contained on some level that you are not aware of. Okay, there's always a cost. Any type of transactional situation that you find yourself in, and that looks like it's kind of transactional. You know, like maybe you think the person really has your best interest and they're helping you from some kind of altruistic idea, but it's not. It's something transactional, and I think it's the transactional nature, how that may play itself out, or what that really is, hasn't been revealed to you yet. So I would caution that you know, keep yourself to yourself. Sometimes, you know, the universe will, we go through hard times and people will crop up to help us. But if there's something hinky or something you don't feel right about it, trust what that's telling you. You don't need to be a psychic or know how to read cards to trust what your intuition is telling you. And sometimes you don't have to do anything but sit back and wait. Maintain your own pinnacle. Ground yourself. You may end up seeing exactly what you need to see when you need to see it. Does that make sense? All right. So, formulate one question for these Heart Oracle Tarots. 14. Is that the Hanged Man? No, it's not the Hanged Man. Okay, the card is Balance. Now, I know this. I don't know why they... The Temperance. It's the Temperance card. That's what it is. It's the Temperance card. The keywords are renew, acknowledge, compromise, equality, harmony, and healing. Balance is important in all aspects of life, but is especially important in relationships, both with others and yourself. This card suggests that you examine your relationships to see if they are truly in balance. A healthy relationship should include time to be together as well as time to be apart. Excuse me. Take some time in peaceful solitude to renew your acquaintance with yourself. Acknowledge what you bring to the relationship and what your partner brings to the relationship. Ensure that you both play an equal role and that no one person dominates. Compromise is required in order for a relationship to be harmonious. Be willing to give and receive. By finding the middle ground, you'll help to ensure that your needs and the needs of your partner are met. Compromise also includes accepting that people are individuals with different personalities and ways of looking at the world. Embrace your differences, rejoice in your similarities. If you find yourself at odds, be willing to work through issues honestly and with love, confident that your differences can be resolved. This is an excellent time to help heal discordant relationships by bringing them into better balance. If you are seeking a romantic relationship, balancing aspects of your own life will open the way to new love. Also, making sure that your relationships with family and friends are in balance will set the tone for new romance that is on its way to you. The affirmation, I embrace our differences and bring balance and healing to my relationships. But I'll tell you this much, if that crap is out of balance, toss them cups. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and I hope those messages helped. Until next time. Oh yeah, and I'm running a special. Namaste.